Hi, and welcome to Radioactive. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about reflection, commitment, and transformation. I do a lot of reading, especially lately here, and I was reading an article from a gentleman named Bob McCurdy, which I really like. This guy, he mirrors a lot of my same perspective on things. And what he was talking about is that, right now, you know, it's kind of like it's almost game time again with the country, reopening and, the restrictions easing. What exactly the new normal will be, I think it's anybody's guess. But, it's safe to bet that May, June, and July, okay, and possibly maybe the rest of the year, 2020, will not be a repeat of how the economy was in February. Okay, we're emerging, from a 2 month cocoon, if you will, and it's just as a butterfly emerges from a cocoon, creates a transformed entity. And, we too should emerge from our own, and become a transformed professional. Okay, we have all likely experienced every emotion possible these past 2 months. And, these days are never going to be forgotten. Our world and our lives have been forever transformed. Transformation, kind of literally means thoroughly changing an existing form. So will we emerge as revamped professionals, of a competing and thriving world in what is sure to be, evolving and increasing competitive landscape? Well, one thing that could immediately assist, with our own self-transformation is some really good old-fashioned honest reflection. Okay, while we've all just been through unparalleled experiences personally, professionally, remember this, that experiences are not truly ours until we think about them, analyze them, examine them, understand them, and decide exactly what we're going to do moving forward due to them. While it's important to know what's going on in the world, our community and our industry, it's critical, I should say, that we understand what's going on within ourselves. What we have just experienced, how we intend to move forward professionally. Reflection is critical to any self-transformation process. So how will we be approaching our jobs differently in the coming months? What, have we learned about our profession, our industry, sales, prospecting, and ourselves, in these past 60 days? Life can only be understood looking back, but must be lived forward. And reflection helps light that road ahead. Identifying a path forward can be kind of said to be pretty easy. It's doing it, actually following through, is what's more difficult. This is where something called singleness of decision comes into play. We've reflected, we've digested, understand what we've just experienced and identified what exactly needs to be done to be more effective. The key now is execution. And execution, requires discipline. It's that simple. With singleness of decision, we simply make a commitment to ourselves that we are going to do X. Okay? And every time we begin to waver doing X, we remind ourselves that we are truly committed to doing that, to doing what it was going to take. It may sound simple, and it is, but it's hard, but doable. So, soon your X becomes habitual, and it's smooth sailing from there on out. And that's due to the singleness of decision. Self-transformation can be viewed as something, or I should say, self-transformation can't be viewed as some futuristic kind of event. It requires immediate action, and it's not easy. Understanding that it requires no effort, okay, or transformation for us to remain on autopilot. approaching our professional lives the way we always have. But it is truly beneficial to our both short-term and long-term professional health to keep autopilot back in the cockpit. So I ask you, are you ready to reflect, commit, and self-transform to meet the remaining challenges that are about to hit us in 2020 and beyond? Thanks for listening to Radioactive.